Ready for a video you're not gonna like? You're not gonna like it because it's me being honest and telling how I actually feel, and there's nothing clickbait about this. There's certain key words that I can put in my videos that will automatically ensure that people watch them. For example, watch me. If I tell you to watch me do anything, you're more likely to watch it. If I put Go Fiber in there, if I put new haircut in there, if I put rosemary oil in there, you're more likely to watch it if I put that in the title. And I know that. And it's a struggle that I deal with because as an actual human being, I want to talk more about the things that I actually care about and that are true to my heart. And so this is one of those videos that is not to make you feel good. You may like me less because I'm being honest. But if nothing else, let this video be for me and for no one else. Here we go. I want to share with you how I actually feel. So here we go. Here's a video that no one will like and you will not appreciate my honesty, but here it goes. So one of my subscribers this week had reached out to me in a private message and they asked me this, quote, "This is probably a dumb question, but do you ever get tired of talking about hair loss?" Here was my response, quote, "Though most of my subscribers don't believe me, I totally don't care about hair loss. I honestly am just doing these videos for the side income, to help people, and to get free exposure as a communicator and entertainer. Hair loss is a hot topic, so I am exploiting it. Forgive my honesty," end quote. So there we go. That was my honest answer. It still is my honest answer. And it's interesting because as the host of this channel, something that I always wonder is, once people know that, will they stop like watching me and supporting me because my heart is not truly in it? I don't actually care about hair loss. And what's funny is I've learned over the years of doing this, no, I can be that honest and say I'm exploiting the topic of hair loss for my own personal gain, and it's working. I mean, subscribership is never sinking. It's always rising. And I'm not even trying anymore to do that. I'm just keeping the conversation going on. But I think that what I'm doing is I'm filling a void in the world on YouTube as a guy who's truly able to help people overcome their hair loss, even though he has too much hair to have any credibility to talk about that. So yeah, I mean, am I tired of talking about hair loss? I guess that's not even the question anymore. It's a matter of what happens, and actually the conversation went on, and I think it would be worth sharing the rest of this other conversation. Because basically the conversation is that you basically get trapped. Here it is. So his response to my thing that I had just said about, I'm exploiting hair loss and I know it. He said, quote, "Sure, that makes logical sense. I guess what I was kind of thinking was, since you start making videos about one topic, you're always committed to continuing to make videos about that subject. Or do you think that your subscribers will watch your videos regardless if you talk about hair loss or not?" End quote. And with me having this channel for years, I already know the answer. I have made several videos that weren't about hair loss, and you know what happens? Do you hear that? Yeah, it's silence. Because if anything, it's crickets. Nobody watches my videos if they're not about hair loss. I always say, my subscribers reduce me to hair loss and I reduce them to psychology. But if I try to make a video that's not about hair loss, people aren't gonna watch it. I've proven that over the years. So then I thought, okay, let me start a second channel, Family Friendly Daddy Blog. And that is a channel in which I'm able to talk about whatever I want to. And I think I've talked about some pretty cool things on there. For example, I just, before I made this video, I published a video on Family Friendly Daddy Blog, pointing out the fact that in Disney, you've got Goofy, who can walk around and talk like a human, and then his pet dog, Pluto, is a normal dog. That's weird, that's hilarious, that's funny. And I use that to compare the fact here in America that we have immigrants doing a lot of our manual labor that we don't want to do, and we treat them like second-rate citizens. For example, people who build homes here in America, like built this house, they're second-rate citizens. They may or may not be legal here. I don't know. But they're willing to do this hard work for less labor. Who is working the slaughterhouses in North Carolina to kill the animals and process that meat for us to eat? Well, I'm a vegan, not me personally, but illegal immigrants. Same thing in California. Who's picking all the fruit from the farms? illegal immigrants. Look it up. There's a book called Black Market, and that's how I know so much about this. But it's like we allow them to exist in the background, but they don't have speaking roles. We don't see them as humans. We see them as something somewhat similar to us, but not quite the same. So that's an example of a video I made on my other channel. That's something I care about. That's something that's very interesting to me. It has nothing to do with hair loss. And those are things, if you want to know what I really care more about, it's stuff like that. It's more about social issues and social understanding of what's going on. But do I care about hair loss? No, but I don't have a choice, you see. I don't have a choice. I have to care about hair loss, or at least make it appear that I care about hair loss, so that I can cater to my audience who is obsessed with hair loss. You know, and what's my ultimate motivation? I do enjoy helping people. I love mentorship. That's something that's a passion of mine, and I'm able to do that with this channel. But ultimately, all of you know that I really just want to pay off my mortgage early. If I can do that, I can be in my 40s and not have to pay so much of our income going to this house payment. I can live a more casual life and enjoy life and not be a slave to big corporate the rest of my life. That's things I actually care about. Oh man, I see the glazed over look in some of your eyes. I lost you, I know. Because it's not about hair loss, it's talking about stuff that I actually care about. Okay, I'm gonna end this video now.